Hello my dear students, welcome back. Today I am here with some new information and more information about this chapter, topographical map. But before going to the point, hope all of you have seen last all that 5 videos. Hope all of you are safe, sound and healthy and staying at your home. And this is my kind request, please see serial wise. Till now I have done 5 videos. You please see from 1, 2, 3 till 5, because if you will miss any of the part, you can miss some of the terminology, some of that also it means important point, and that can create problem in the exam. Okay, so please see all the videos serial wise. And today I am here with some new points, new information. See, I already have written today's topic of discussion. First I will discuss about the settlement pattern, then features of the settlement, then is this area, any of that area given to you in the exam, and it can ask, is this area economically developed or not. So for that you have to know that how you can find out that characteristics. Next, climate of that area, or what are the, it means main climatic characteristics. Then occupation. So 5 points we will discuss today. So stay with me to see all that points and to understand all that points how to find out. Okay. So students, today I am going to start with the point settlement pattern. Okay. So what is settlement? Where actually people used to live, or the dwelling place of the people, that is known as settlement. So here I have divided this settlement pattern, basically 3 types of settlement we can get to see. First is nucleated or compact, where that the basically people used to live close to each other, or that huts will be close to each other, that is known as nucleated or compact settlement. I am showing in the map that what kind of it look like. See, here in the part of this topo map you are getting to see that also all that people are living that close to each other, that is compact or nucleated settlement. Next, dispersed settlement, dispersed or scattered, where people basically not live at a place, they live apart or far from each other, that is scattered or dispersed settlement. Here on the other hand, in this part of the map you are getting to see the lower part, settlements are there, but this is not close to each other, these are far from each other, that is the scattered or dispersed settlement. Next, linear settlement. Here linear means when the settlement will also set up along the road or any of that mode of transportation, that is known as linear settlement. You are getting to see the both side of the road the settlement form. Here so many this kind of settlement you will get to see in different parts of the map, like I am showing here. See here that also unmetal road, but both side of the this road some settlements you are getting to see. So this is the linear settlement. Okay, so in this map this kind of settlement will be given. You have to find out that what kind of pattern is this. Now one more point, that nucleated compact settlement we can get to see in that areas where all the facilities or amenities will be there, like all that administrative offices, network of roads will be there, better facilities will be there. People definitely will be there to live, because people like to live that areas where facility will be there. Dispersed, where facilities are not there, where job opportunities are not there. People don't like to live there, that's why they live far from each other. Even sometimes we can get to see where there is large farm or big farm, they used to live that farm area to look after of the farm. So that's why scattered or dispersed settlement we can get to see. Linear, obviously along the roadside, because easy that they can move one place to another place, and in that also even in the map this kind of so many settlement you will find out. now I will discuss the features of settlement. Here I have just said different kind of patterns or the settlements, type of settlement. Now this kind of settlements can be developed, can be we can say non-developed. In that case, so some features are basically played very important role in these areas which are economically developed or not. So here first I will tell about these features. We will see any of that settlements where that it means the people are living close to each other or far from each other. Are these settlements having these features or not? Post office, police station, dak bungalow, dispensary, then metal road are having or not, then temples, then a marketplace or annual fair, and post telegraph office. If this kind of that features are present in the settlement, so we easily can say that yes, this is economically developed settlement area. The third question I have just written that is this area economically developed or not? So in that case we will see these features. We will see these features. Okay. So these features will help us to know that area economically developed or not. Here I will show some of the settlement in that topo map. By seeing that you will get to understand. Settlement, that's Sirori. Another is here Palmyra. Palmyra and Sirori. Here see that they are having these features whatever I have written in this board. They are having metal road, they are having police station, dispensary, even annual fair. Okay, that's why we easily can say these settlements basically developed or economically developed area. On the other hand, which also that settlements are not having this kind of features, they are not economically developed. Here I am giving some examples. See here also the settlement you are getting to see, but here no metal road. These are that unmetal road or the cart track here showing. No metal road. Are you getting to see? No double line road is there. So here we easily can see that unmetalled or cut track means economically that we can say backward area. Even there no police station, no that other features whatever I have just discussed, no, we can't get to see. So this way it can ask that give evidence, is this area is economically developed or not. For that obviously in your exam a part of that topo sheet will be given to you. Now here the next that I already have discussed these three. Now number 4 we are going to discuss, that is the climate of the area. First we will see these features. Dry tank. Okay, dry tank. Then we will see causeway. Number 3 we will say that dry stream, broken grounds. Then we will say that open scrub. Okay, and gully erosion. So these are the main characteristics. Through that we easily can understand what kind of climate present in that area. Dry tank, causeway, dry stream, broken grounds, open scrub and gully erosion. It is clearly showing that the area is having scanty rainfall as well as seasonal rainfall. That's why this kind of dry tanks they also people that basically made to store or to save the rainwater, and this water they supply rest of the year when there is no rainfall. Next, causeway we will get to see in that map that we can say this is the raised platform over dry stream. Everywhere in the map you will get to see near to the dry stream causeway will be written, and this causeway actually motorable road at the time of dry season when people can move through this road, but at the time of rainy season people can't move through that road. Next, dry stream. Obviously seasonal rainfall, that's why dry stream there, because rest of the year no rainfall is there. Next, broken grounds. Due to that rain, also rainy season, due to heavy rainfall, that areas it means face that flood condition, and due to that the area became broken. Okay. Next, that open scrub. Some areas due to that broken grounds, they are not having the facility or the fertility of the soil to grow the crops. That's why open scrub form, where people used to do that goat rearing or sheep rearing. Okay, rearing of the animals they used to do. Gully erosion, another also an example that through we easily can get to know the climate of that area. Is it clear, students? Here students, see properly. Here I am showing that this part of the topo map, see here also a dry tank, here 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 dry tank. Everywhere this kind of dry tank you will get to see in the map. Here see a causeway also written, causeway. Are you getting to see the causeway? Here causeway, how it is formed? Basically here a dry stream, over that this is the motorable road. This motorable road will be applicable in that dry season when there will be no water in that stream. But in that rainy season, when in the stream there will be water, it will not be in use. Okay. So this causeway will be written this kind of. Here also another causeway you are getting to see, motorable, that also track, and here are also that stream, dry stream. Over that at this red color, that also a motorable, that causeway given. This kind of the different features you can get to see in that topo map. That's why in the last part of this also chapter, means 5th video, I have explained different conventional signs that are symbols which will help you to know that where these features are present in that topo map. Now students, we have reached to the last point of today's topic of discussion, that is occupation. How we will get to know that what are the occupations basically present in that area or that given topo map. How we will find out that how many people engaged in that different occupations. So first we will see the kind of occupation which also basically available in that topo map. First, yellow color. If you will see that the topo map, maximum part of this topo map, it is covered by that yellow color, which is cultivable area, means that agriculture, that people maximum that engaged in that agricultural sector, that is the dominant main that profession of the people. Here I am showing a part of this topo map. Here maximum part you are getting to see that yellow color, means people maximum also they engaged in this agriculture sector. Okay. Next, see that green color means forestry or vegetation covered area. So except that forestry, people also engage that lumbering or furniture making, that is the known as carpentry. So we easily can say those areas are having that also forest covered, people also engaged in that area. So here you are getting to see this is that also the part of that southeast part of this topo map, totally the forest cover, where people that main that occupation will be forestry or lumbering, it will be there. Next, number 3, white or open scrub. In that topo map you will get to see open scrub, where it is not possible to grow any of the crop. So people basically rear the animals like goat rearing and sheep rearing, the main that profession of that area, and we can say some of the highland area. Okay, so here you are getting to see except that yellow and green, maximum other parts also covered by white patches. Are you getting to see? And here written open scrub. This is open scrub. These areas maximum goat and sheep rearing. If you have seen this part of the map, first yellow maximum that part covered, then green, then yellow. Now sorry, white. So 3 that major occupation we can get to see in this topo map. Okay, first agriculture, then forestry or lumbering, and last third is that open scrub area, the rearing of that goats and sheep. Next, that riverside, those people basically are living, or if the settlement are settling at that part of riverside, we easily can say their that profession basically depend on fishing. Okay, so fishing also another profession we can get to see at the side of the river. Means these are the riverside where if the settlement are also forming there, it means people are basically engaged in that fishing sector. Next, mine, that if you will see this kind of that also circle, black circle, and within that a black dot, that is showing mine area. And if the mine area showing in that part of the topo map, means this people will engage in that mining sector. Next, brick lane, some of that part of that map, brick lane also there. So people they make that bricks and for different construction, but in that our map all that areas we can't get to see brick lane due to lack of proper transportation. Next, annual fair. Annual fair means it is a source of trade where people they exchange their also products as well as they sell their products, and this is that place where people can trade. Okay, so trade is another also that profession we can get to see in our topo map. If you will see the part of map that just I have shown just before, that Sidori and that Palmyra, this kind of settlements are having this kind of facilities or the profession, where annual fair also in Palmyra it is showing, as well as some of the people also they are working in post office, post and telegraph offices. They also engage in the duck bungalows to look after that, rest houses in that forest area. Okay, so people basically engage in different occupation. Is it clear, student? So students, hope you have understood whatever I have explained today. These 5 points. Here I have covered these 5 points. Go through this video once again and also try to understand this point with the help of your topo map. Hope you are having topo map. Take the topo map in your hand and see the videos so that you easily can find out all the location whatever I am saying. Okay, so stay with me to know more information in the next video. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.